Greetings and salutations, good friends, and welcome to Blades in Paradise. My name is Dr. Winston Thoreau, and I will be your guide to the perils and pleasures of our paradise amidst the post-apocalyptic Pacific Northwest. Now, we'll get to the chicanery and shenanigans momentarily, but before we do, allow me to deliver some news. Blades in Paradise is an actual play podcast run in John Harper's Blades in the Dark. We are proud to have been selected for the Evil Hat Games Creator Program. Bard Rock Network is sponsored by Dragon Master Games. Visit DragonMasterGames.com for all your CCG, TCG, TTRPG, and miniature game needs. If you enjoy the stories we tell, you can tip us on Ko-fi or visit us at patreon.com/bardrockcafe. By sponsoring the network, you not only help us provide an ever-expanding library of shows, but gain access to bonus content, the network Discord, exclusive booster game nights, and roles on our booster bonus table. Now, without further delay, allow me to introduce you to my cohorts Lizzie, Sterling, and Max, the crew of ESPN. Enjoy.
Blades in Paradise is a dystopian story intended for adults. These stories intentionally address challenging topics that might not be suitable for all ears. This campaign includes content warnings for gun violence, child endangerment, animal cruelty, unintentional misgendering of a non-binary person, substance use, and graphic descriptions of injuries, including the eyes. Listener discretion is advised.
So no one told you Nate was gonna get his way. Your crew's a joke, you choke. Your whole group's second rate. And now you're all just stuck in spirit land. I'd say this heist didn't go your way at all. That's what I planned, cause I prepared for you. Cause you beat me before. I prepared for you. And I won't lose no more. I prepared for you. And your little dog too. Welcome back to Blades in Paradise, where the players and the Blades Daddy are just going to keep trying to one-up each other with song parodies and slam poetry for the foreseeable future. I'm Paul, the current Blades Daddy, and quite possibly a dark god who oversees our campaign universe to torture and challenge the heroes. As always, I'm joined by the ridiculous rhyming rapscallions at ESPN. Everyone, introduce yourselves, your character, pronouns for both, and a fun fact about your character.
About to end this tournament with a single elimination. It's Dr. Winston Thoreau. Hi everyone, I'm Jim. I play Dr. Winston Thoreau, both he, him, the whisper of the group. I'm interested in all things spectral and spiritual. After all, I am a board-certified phantasmologist. A fun fact about Dr. Winston Thoreau is that they did, in fact, have a VHS of the show Friends at the orphanage, and he used to watch it with Famous Nathan. Unfortunately, it was the episode where the naked guy across the street dies. So it was kind of a bummer. They didn't really understand why it was so funny, but they enjoyed watching it together nonetheless.
So I need to know, did you just spitball that fact in response to me doing the Friends song, or did that just a fucking coincidence? Because you didn't know I did that.
Blades in Paradise is filmed before a live studio audience. No, that was off the dome, in response to you.
Okay.
We have done that shit before, though.
Yeah, I know. I was like, how the fuck did he know? I didn't tell you all.
I live inside your brain, Dark God.
As for me, I'm Justin, and I play Max Graves, and I have fun facts about friendship. Friendships can make you feel safe. Rejection from a friend can be painful, and some people would rather be physically harmed than rejected. Unless you're me. I like it.
So we should be calling you Daddy.
Joke's on you all. I'm into that shit.
Hi, I'm Queenie, Lizzie Calhoun, the Hound, with my trusty hound that we don't know where is. Where's my shadow?
Oh, where has her shadow doggone?
Shadow is waiting outside of Stashi's Pizza. We know that.
We believe that in our hearts.
My fun fact today is that, yes, your friends are always there for you. You're dating your boyfriend, and then you just want to stab him in the back. Swift Taylor. But Victor's always been there for me.
I get that reference.
Stabbing him in the neck is not the back, Max.
Shows what you know.
Hi, I'm Riley. I play the precious, crappy scoundrel Sterling. A for both is fine. Sterling's feeling really guilty about the last episode's failure. In all the hustle and bustle, they completely forgot to plug ESPN to the Battle Ball audience. It would have gone a little like, oh boy, we get there on time, wind, haze, or shine. For your mail order cat food, we'll risk our lives with pride. We never surrender, never return to sender. Coin on delivery for services rendered. Quality couriers, always remember. Express Service Parcel Network.
Woo!
Well, for writing our jingle, which we need to convert into a highly polished TikTok at some point, or reel, whatever short form video platform is still alive when this comes out, you have a bonus die for this episode, Sterling.
Oh, thank you.
Whatever is Red Note, I think is what the thing... Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I didn't prepare a world fact, but because I also listen to this podcast, I have sort of one I'm going to spitball off the top of my head. If you listen carefully, there are 3 different episodes where Queenie names 3 different breeds of dog the Shadow is. Queenie, what the fuck breed of dog is Shadow?
It makes me laugh every time.
He's been a Golden Retriever, an Alaskan Malamute. I forget the third. There's definitely at least one more.
A Labrador of some kind?
A Labrador, I think. He's been everything except a fucking poodle. What kind of dog is he?
I've used Golden Lab and a Malamute. I don't think there was a third one.
Shadow's a mutt.
Yeah, he's a mutt. He's a mix between a Golden Lab and a Malamute.
Oh, okay, they're both technically correct. Okay.
And a retriever.
The problem is that the original dog that we hired to play Shadow died, and so we had to replace Shadow with a new dog, and they didn't have the same breed at the podcast dog rental facility.
Oh, that went south.
Buck retired to a farm, and he's doing fine.
Narrator, no dogs were harmed in the making of this podcast.
That joke went quickly. Okay.
He was paid well and saved up and moved to a farm and is doing better than all of us.
He's in a farm upstate.
Yeah.
I found that orphanage once.
The farm with the orphans, not the other farm. Anyway, last time, Sterling literally derailed one of famous Nathan's plans by destroying a monorail train and supporting track infrastructure before going to the set of Stories of the Secret Sanctuary to help Max.
3 trains.
3 killer trains with buzzsaw blades on the front, no problem. A glorified game of jump rope over some plastic logs? Impossible. But once Sterling and Max cleared that little hurdle, literally, Sterling's rocket boots basically trivialized the entire rest of the challenges that were meant for Max to face by himself, and so they were face to face with the secret guards, who were freakishly strong for how scrawny they appeared to be under those rubber muscle suits. Lizzie Jared defeated all the Ringling brothers at the old Pepperidge farm, freeing Claire, while Winston continued to keep Nathan at bay in the game of combat critters. Winston made a final plea to convince Nathan to cut his losses, which seemed to succeed as Nathan turned off the combat critter simulation. However, Nathan instead played his final trump card, bring everyone inside of famous films into the spirit field itself. And that is where we resume our tale. As you find yourselves all in the strangely purple, misty spirit field, there is a long, uncomfortable silence following Nathan's freestyle rap about how fucked you all are. But other than making everything purple and removing the Jumbotron letting you all see what's going on with one another, the situation seems relatively unchanged, right? At least one of you probably thinks that before you hear an ominous thud, and then another thud, and another thud. Without a roll, you recognize that sound. It's the footsteps of the fucking Deathclaw from Fallout, which Instant so conveniently abbreviated to FDFF last episode. That's fine, right? You beat an FDFF before. You're just usually all together, but you can probably regroup and face it, no problem. Except, you realize you can still hear each other's radios. There's an echoing version of footsteps. There's 3 of these fuckers this time.
How could there be 3? I have one. Wait, no.
You released it into the woods. He obviously got it back. One emerges in the field outside the barn where Lizzie and her siblings are located. One emerges in the sanctuary to assist the secret guards. And one emerges to face Winston all by his fucking lonesome in what was very recently a combat critters arena. What are your reactions to this change in circumstances?
Charge.
Alright, Dr. Thoreau, I believe in you. I want you to take the wheel, Jesus, and I want you to... Oh, he's not here right now. Oh, that's a problem. So, Sterling, I bet you could take it.
I think you're right.
I do want to point out, you see these are somewhat modified from the Deathclaws you faced before. They seem to have, across their chest section, a steampunk apparatus similar to those worn by the crocodiles. And for some reason, their horns are wrapped in tinfoil. You're not sure why.
That's to keep the alien brainwaves out, obviously.
Yeah, obviously, Paul.
You know, you're not wrong, actually.
Yeah, that's probably for my alien brainwaves, I understand. Where's Dijonais?
Dijonais is still dangling above Nathan, where Nathan's critter platform is. She's still bound and chained, dangling from... There's not, like, visibly a wall there, but, like, the chain's still attached to a wall that seems to be anchored in actual reality. You're kind of half in and half out of the spirit field in reality at the moment, so even though you can't see the wall, it's still holding her up.
Do I recognize the Deathclaw in front of me? Is it the same one that I spoke with in the forest?
Roll a raw luck check, just a single d6.
Yeah, right.
That's a 5.
I would give it to you on a 6 for like, okay, I guess fucking so. But no, you have to recognize this one is the one that you guys dropped on the skyscraper.
Does it have battle damage from where we dropped it on the skyscraper?
It has since been able to exercise some downtime activities, and famous Nathan spent some coin to make sure you have extra downtime activities.
One quick question. What's its vice?
Eating cows.
Nathan, you don't have to do this.
You're right, I don't have to, but I really, really want to.
Why? Like, what good reason do you have? Because you're jealous of me?
Because feeding a Deathclaw is really fucking expensive, and you're free food.
You know, you can be as much of a smart ass as you want to be. But do you think that any of this is what I wanted? Do you think I wanted to be standing here in the middle of this? No, I've had a nice, cushy job where I was making deliveries on a daily basis, and I was getting a little grift on the side. I was a gentleman thief. I was a fucking scoundrel.
You know we can still hear you, right?
Con man. I don't want to be a hero. I don't want to be anyone's protector. I don't want to be anything other than who I am. So why are you doing this?
So what you're saying is you don't want to be anything other than what you've been trying to be lately? No One Tree Hill fans in the audience. Okay.
None.
I'll tell you what, Winnie, I'll give you one chance. If you and your 3 cronies surrender and swear fealty to me and to be obedient to the famous family, I will spare you all your terrible, gruesome fate of being eaten by my pet Tyrannosaurus Rex monsters.
Come here and shake my hand like a man.
Roll sway.
It's 2 3s.
No, I'm not going to do that. I know a trap when I see one. Winston, I will say though, because at this point the Deathclaw is lumbered 2 steps closer to you while you two are talking. Here in the spirit field, your senses are heightened to an astronomical level of distance and intensity, because you're just in the thing you're hypersensitive to. It's almost so overwhelming for you that you could feel sensory overload, right? Everyone, everything in famous films, including the precise locations of your friends. You feel Lizzie about the same as ever. Max and Sterling are pinging in weird ways you've never seen before, and you don't know what to make heads or tails of it.
Can I attune to try to see if I can get a better understanding of what that feeling is?
Sure.
2 1s and a 3. Man.
You aren't sure. You try attuning, and you get some radio interference. You're like, oh, right, our radios are in the spirit field now. That's weird. Everyone, you hear a high-pitched whirring scream. It's very unpleasant. But Max, you feel an intense level of pain as your spirit literally tries tearing itself in 2. Sterling, you watch as Max's spirit rises partially from his body, splitting into 2 heads. One that has Max's typical kind of like vacant expression, and one with this very serious expression you come to associate with his lucid half, Joseph Dunman. Justin, describe for us the conflict between Max and Joseph as they struggle to see which has a semblance of control or balance in the situation.
Okay, so that's interesting. Max, he is he's a doddering old man. He's governed by whimsy. That's it. Whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants, that's what's gonna happen. And sometimes he's not even really aware himself. But Joseph Dunman, on the other hand, he's cold, calculated, very strategic, and he knows that there are vampires that need a good staking, and he's the man to do it.
All right, so it sounds like Joseph just shoves Max down into the body and takes control then.
Oh, this is... Shut up. Now, I will be here for a moment. At least a moment. Hello, Sterling.
Max?
Certainly.
Are you okay?
Absolutely. I'm in a bit of pain in this situation we find ourselves in. What say we get out of it? Can you get a bead on where our friends are?
So as Sterling pauses to think this through, but Winston, I will say that while you're listening to this, you'd get a better feel on Sterling specifically. You detect something primal. It's almost like a part of their spirit is not human, which is funny because we joked about Sterling not being human in the past in this podcast. And innate prime, I think, helps you get steady when you messed up that attune. Winnie, what's going on with Sterling? I've only ever felt a spirit like that from a fucking Deathclaw from Fallout.
I wish I could tell you. I knew that Sterling had something deep and primal and powerful inside of them, but exactly to this level, I can't speak to it.
Sterling, we're going to do a zero-stress flashback to give the audience and your crew members some context. Explain to the audience about that one time Sterling had some very questionable medical care, even by our standards.
While leaving the last job they did with Grace, Sterling found himself abandoned on a roof with a zipline cut and was stuck there for a while until the cops noticed and then tried to jump to the nearest roof, but there was a reason why they'd waited that long. It was not doable, so it went badly. And then good old-fashioned prison medical care.
Yeah, so I think you wake up in the Paradise Hospital with several police officers over you, and you see the familiar face of Dr. Nicholas Pepper. Hi there, prisoner!
Sterling spits at him.
Oh, I'm not the one here to rescue you. I saved your life. You needed a bone transplant because you cracked open your skull and there was just a chunk I couldn't put back. But, fortunately I had this specimen here, and he holds up a chunk of dinosaur skull. It's the skeleton. And he just removed a plate of the skull, and he's like, you have dinosaur skull now.
Am I restrained?
You are very restrained. You are, that way they restrain prisoners, there's, leather straps binding you to the table.
Very futilely fighting it.
We're going to monitor you for a few days to make sure there's no weird side effects, because, historically speaking, when you put bones that aren't compatible with people in them, they die. So, assuming you don't die, you're going to prison. Oh, no, I'm told there is a trial, apparently. It's really more of a formality. Most people are found guilty, 99%, I think. Anyway, I'm going to put you back under because this probably hurts a lot, and he gives you some sedative and you fall back to sleep.
Sterling falls asleep growling.
Winnie, I think you need to give Sterling a push. Here, I'll help you. Winston, here in the spirit field with Nathan's help, you have 2 bonus die on any attunement rolls from now moving forward. So go ahead and roll attunement with 2 bonus die to try and help Sterling unlock the latent spectral power within themselves.
That is 2 6s.
With a critical success. I was going to give it to you on regular success. We're going to give you some extra stuff. Sterling, as this innate power you never realized has you unlocked, you're going to get a few things. Clear all stress and harm. You were going to gain 3 armor, but with a critical success, I'm going to give you 4 armor. And you turn into a motherfucking dinosaur. What dinosaur do you turn into?
Stegosaurus! Like the steg plush that I got in an early episode.
Yep, so you watch as Sterling just contorts and grows, not physically, but their spirit expands and creates a spiritual exoskeleton around their humanoid body. And just there's a fucking Stegosaurus there. Sterling, the last dinosaur. They're your friend and a whole lot more. Sterling, the last dinosaur. Gonna kick ass like they never did before. Moving forward, whenever Sterling is inside the spirit field or in a spectral form, they may take on this dinosaur form. While a dinosaur, you have +1d to wreck and skirmish in addition to the armor. You hurt back if you take maximum stress, if you fill all harm boxes, or if you choose to do so. Otherwise, there is an 8-segment clock that you will track every time you roll either skirmish or wreck. So 1 segment every time you wreck, every time you skirmish. And when the clock fills, you revert back to human form.
Holy shit.
Yes! I'm a dinosaur!
What do Max and Sterling do about the Deathclaw and the Secret Guards?
Well, that depends. Has Sterling become the transformed dinosaur?
Charge?
Yes, Sterling is a... I would let Sterling decide if they are a Godzilla bipedal Stegosaurus or a quadrupedal typical Stegosaurus. But yeah, Sterling is a Stegosaurus.
I love this podcast.
So, Max would be standing there, staring at this new wrinkle. Don't take this the wrong way, Sterling, but as he unlocks his staff and his leg, does he have his gun by chance? Or is it just his bare leg?
I think they did not think to disassemble your legs.
Okay.
So yes, you have your gun.
So as I reassemble my gun in the proper order, as I said, don't take this the wrong way, Sterling, but may I mount you?
Secret Guards, by the way, while you're meticulously assembling this rifle, just stand there waiting patiently like you're doing a Magic Girl transformation in an anime.
You do know that those require you to spin around, be naked, and consumed in light, right?
Yes, I'm aware of what I described.
That's gonna be weird with Max. Okay.
That's why I chose that exact metaphor.
I appreciate it. But, yeah.
Anyone can be a magical girl.
I mean, Max was canonically pulling out his rifle and waving it at everybody, so...
I'll offer my tail for Max to climb up. And can I do like a werewolf thing where I can run on 2 legs, but also do 4 when it's cool?
Oh, absolutely. I have this vision of Max just sliding up your tail like a reverse Fled Flintstone in the Flintstones intro. Just dabba yabba doo, and he slides upwards, and then suddenly he's sitting on top of you in this conveniently located saddle cockpit thing.
Haha, you said pit. Alright, gentlemen, if you don't mind, we're going to deal with the large threat at the moment. You are beneath us. Let's go, Sterling.
I charge. Sterling has no questions. This power has gone immediately to my head. I charge the Deathclaw.
Okay, roll skirmish to wrestle with the Deathclaw.
That's a 6.
Alright, so describe to me what professional wrestling move, as basically a Stegosaurus Godzilla, you do to this other Godzilla creature. If you're not super duper professional wrestling, I have suggestions.
Can I do a seismic toss?
Oh, absolutely. That's a wrestling move. It's just a Pokemon wrestling move. Yeah, so you scoop the thing up on your shoulders, you just jump up. You're still a fucking dinosaur, so you can't jump up super high. There's also technically a ceiling somewhere. But you definitely, just jump up and spin around and slam it into the ground. Everybody hears the ground shake and feels the ground shake. Max, go ahead and roll finesse to hold on for dear fucking life as the thing you're lipping on jumps, turns upside down, and slams another big thing into the ground.
Fun thing about Max is, yes, he does have competing personalities, but they also have different stats. As far as finesse goes, I have 2d6 in that. 5 and a 1.
You're fine. A little rattled, probably a little bit of an upset stomach from that particular ride, but you're fine.
Enjoy what you're hearing? Rate us on your favorite podcatcher. Reviews on platforms like Apple, Spotify, or Good Pods help new listeners find our content. It's a completely free way to support the show. Thanks for listening.
How's the flurry?
Thrusters are burned out, of course they are. We lost both manifolds. The dimensional inversion dish is bent out of whack. Oh, and all of the saved stations on the FM radio have been reset.
What does that mean?
Well, it means we'll have to search for that alt rock station you like again.
They're back.
I'm Meanie. He's Llewellyn.
I'm Herman.
Yes, sorry. He's new.
Facing the multiverse with optimism.
Right, well, we're dead. We're dying. This is it.
And top-tier expertise.
I think I've got it working. Whoa! These electrical readings are off the charts!
Yeah, you're holding it upside down.
Oh.
Tackling danger wherever they find it.
When are you gonna land us somewhere cool?
Well, it's not like we can steer the bloody thing.
Come on! Give me dragons! Give me pirates!
Arr, trespassers!
Okay, space pirates. Way to split the difference.
And facing impossible challenges.
Llewellyn, have you considered that there will be realities where you just can't get Newcastle Brown Ale?
No, I refuse to accept it. Lobsteroids, yes. Religious robots, sure. No Nuki Brown? It's just not possible.
But can they find their way home when they can't even trust each other?
You're a real jerk, you know that?
Did I know that? It's listed on my birth certificate under gender.
I don't know if I can trust you.
Yeah, the slightest chance of getting home and you throw your entire moral code out the window.
I'm just being pragmatic.
Jump Leads, a sci-fi comedy audio drama podcast. A brand new season coming soon.
It's an infinite multiverse.
Infinitely deadly, Captain.
But infinitely funny, too.
Lizzie, your path back into the fake frontier town, which is vaguely obscured in purple, you're sure it's over there somewhere, is blocked by a similarly steampunk Deathclaw. Your parents are still being held hostage. Your mom at the bank, and your pa at the cemetery, ? Not really sure how landmarks work in a land made of nothing but purple. You have reason to suspect if you take too long to rescue your parents, the Toys R Us kid or one of his posse is going to shoot him dead. What do you do to try and deal with this titanic, thickly carapaced killing machine?
The first thing I do is I look at the other two and I'm like, go get Mom and Pa while I take care of this. And then I try and shoot this Deathclaw with my rifle.
Okay, roll hunt. I will say you have limited effect because you're using a regular gun to shoot something with a thick carapace that's a kaiju.
Yeah, and I don't have any of my ectoplasmin ammunition either, do I?
You know, if they let you keep your guns, I'll say let you keep the ammo. It would be weird if they didn't.
I don't know, I think it'd just be taunting us at that point.
They did have my rifle, so I'm gonna try using the ammunition for ghosts.
Okay. I will say it at least negates the limited effect. It's super duper ammo, even if it's not the Deathclaw's not a ghost.
I got a 6 and 2 3s.
Where are you aiming?
At its head.
Okay, so you shoot it right between the eyes. You hear a ricochet. There's a dent there, but it has a very thick skull plate, so you shot it somewhere it was particularly well armored. For reference, a Tyrannosaurus' skull is similar in bone structure to a rhinoceros, which is thick enough to deflect a bullet. Yeah, so that's why I asked you first before I just decided what you're doing. But it looked like that fucking still hurt like hell, but you still rolled a 6.
It's like the rainbow with the star, the more you know, shows up on the screen.
But with your 6, I will say that you piss this thing off enough, it doesn't notice your brother and sister running past it to try and navigate the unnavigable purple abyss for your family.
Right. I get that.
Winston, it's just you and Nathan Prime. Envy Nathan is staring you down. There's a technologically modified Deathclaw marching up to you. Luigi's now entering the room with his 3 brothers, Ben, Jerry, and Baskin Robin, each wearing their steampunk Ghostbuster gear. And Dijonay is still hanging defensively on the wall above Nathan.
I reach into my pocket and pull out the sonic screwdriver. I try to release Dijonay's with the screwdriver.
You are doing this from approximately 100 yards away, so go ahead and roll Tinker to try and aim. If you're right there, just be like, okay, I do it. But at this range, I'm going to make you roll for it.
Nope, 2 and a 1.
2 and a 1, no. You just, what are you doing? Are you just, it's just a little light bulb that blinks.
You don't know what this is?
A defective flashlight.
A spiritologist, a phantasmologist like you has no idea what this tool is?
Oh, that's a sonic screwdriver. I'm sorry, I have, and he pulls out one, and he presses a button, it has a lightsaber. I have a laser screwdriver.
You're such a dick, you know that?
And as you say that, you hear something in the distance. The roaring of an engine? And you hear a familiar sound. As the Wienermobile comes smashing through the studio walls and into the spirit field with you. Somehow, against all reason, Shadow is steering the car and has in the back seats all three Reginald Bell Johnson-looking police ghosts and Amos, here to help you. Bark, bark! Is all Shadow says before dashing off from the facility to go find Lizzie. Winston, what would you and your 4 ghost friends like to do against the steampunk Ghostbusters, which seems like an unfair matchup, by the way, and the Deathclaw?
Oh boy. I have 4 ghosts, 4 steampunk Ghostbusters. There is a Deathclaw from Fallout.
And basically the Nega Duck version of you with a laser screwdriver and ketchup and mustard guns.
Okay, there are a lot of moving pieces here. Ames, Reginald, Carl, other Carl, it's very good to see you all right now.
Group thumbs up.
Do you think you can keep the big guy occupied while I try to deal with the people who actually can hurt you?
Oh, sure, boss, we got this. Super Ghost Kamikaze Attack!
I just imagine, ready? So Ames calls all the Carls to him like Voltron.
And then Nathan Prime is like, I'll form the head!
Brilliant.
They kind of like swirl together because they aren't meant to fuse. So they kind of like just like daisy chain together to form a ghost kaiju to wrestle it. It's really weird. It looks like it's basically the ghost equivalent to doing that thing where you stand up really tall and raise your arms over your head to scare a bear.
It's a Steven Universe fusion dance, but they just become a giant Valky Bartakamus.
Okay. Yeah.
Now is the time we do the dance of death.
Yes, there's now a 40-foot tall Valky Bartakamus because you envisioned it in the spirit field.
Sterling, is this what happens when I go away?
I don't know how to explain anything that's going on right now.
I want you to roll a tune to have your ghost, your giant Valky Bartakamus dance of death, the Deathclaw.
That is a 6, 5, 4, and a 1.
And with a 6, he starts doing the dance of joy, and he just kicks the Deathclaw in its testicles.
Hey! Ooh! Everyone just recoils at the same time.
And then as the 3 of your intense showdowns progress, you feel the world around you shake and rumble. Bad news, ESPN, Nathan says to you all in disembodied, echoing voice. Here in the spirit field, with my spectral amplifier technology, I'm in complete control. You're in my world now. And you realize while you were focusing on the kaiju fight between the Valky Bartakamus and the Deathclaw, Nathan fucking left.
Of course he did.
Yep, everything seems to shift, contort, and rearrange all at once, to the point where you're all sick to your stomachs from the sensory experience. Things finish reshaping. Now you're all back together, back to back, with Lizzie's siblings and gone, obviously, and the ghosts are still a Valky Bartakamus. But otherwise, yeah, you got your Stegosaurus, your old man riding the Stegosaurus, the gunslinger lady, her massive ghost-killing dog. But you're staring down 3 Deathclaws, one of which has testicles up where they shouldn't be, the secret guards, and 3 of the steampunk Ghostbusters. Luigi's nowhere to be seen. And all the hostages are missing.
Technically, wouldn't it be a cloaca?
Sure.
Oh, that would be the rectum, would be where the cloaca was. Would it not?
It's the same thing.
Do Deathclaws from Fallout have testes?
I'm not going to Google what genitalia a Deathclaw has. That's going to put me on a list.
Oh, I'm already on list. Hey, hang on.
So am I. Probably different lists, but still.
If you know what genitalia a Deathclaw from Fallout has, follow us on Blue Sky.
Be sure to add us on Blue Sky with what genitalia you think a Deathclaw has from Fallout.
Don't tell me. I'm going to find out by myself. I don't want messages about it.
Tag Blades in Paradise. Do not tag Sterling's Riley/Sterling's account.
I'm not finding it.
That's because no one's going to ask that question, and definitely no one's going to answer it. Don't just tag Todd Howard. Hey, I have a question for you about the Deathclaw real quick.
We can't be the first people that have wondered this.
And I'm sure he answers all of them the same. Stop asking me this question, you weirdos.
Werther's remembers.
Werther's? You know, actually, that's true. Actually, no, I think Max just nailed it, actually. Valky didn't kick it in the testicles, he kicked it in the Werther's originals.
There we go.
That's just the code for genitalia.
Deathclaws tend to be more male, but they can be female, only a smaller.
There's a lot of really specific details on the Deathclaw biology that doesn't involve
All right, so the answer is to Google what kind of genitalia a T-Rex has, because it's just a T-Rex but mutated, right? Anyway, we're doing way too much biology research for you all trying to kill these things.
No, he's getting into it now. He's like reading over our shoulders.
All right, Max, roll sway to convince one of the death claws to help investigate its biology.
Oh my god.
The death claw is just like, no, you could just ask me. Like, I can just tell you. You don't have to talk about me. I'm standing right here.
A T-Rex is like the stupid chickens, just so you know.
It is a cloaca.
Wait, chickens have cloaca?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Anyway, Max, what is your sway roll to convince the death claw, basically distract the death claw?
Oh yeah, it was a 3.
With a 3, you realize, because you guys are all so focused on reading this book you magically found on Deathclaw biology, that the secret guards have also reversed Fred Flintstone up the tail and are now trying to stab you with spears on Sterling's back. You're in that spot like Sterling couldn't reach without a back scratcher, so Sterling cannot assist you in this.
Oh, fine.
I found some information.
This is now just a fictional Deathclaw sex education podcast.
Welcome to Cloaca Quest.
Bum 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 bum.
I haven't confirmed yet, but they do lay eggs.
Yes, I knew they laid eggs. Here's the thing, I don't know a lot about lizard biology to have known that it does or doesn't have testicles. That's the short answer here. I just like the idea of a giant falcon Vatakumus kicking Godzilla in the groin, okay?
Yeah, and then you hear the sound of a bell being rung like at a carnival, and he just goes...
I just hear the voice of Ryan Reynolds going, all the dinosaurs feared the T-Rex after punching Colossus in his colossal metal dong. What are you doing about the 2 secret guards?
Flip them off.
Okay, roll hunt to shoot a knife at them.
Alright. That was a 2 and a 5.
With a 5, I think you wing one, and it's like wooden mask goes shooting off. Joseph, as the mask goes flying off, you see a familiar face. It's Thomas Pickles.
I hate pickles.
You have reason to suspect the other guard is Dylan Pickles.
Can I determine if they are amongst the normal living or the unalive living?
You historically know that they are vampires. There's no reason to think they're not ghosts, right? They were here before the spirit field fell down.
Yeah, okay. Alright. Easy enough. So I realize who it is, and I place my rifle lovingly between Sterling's shoulder blades and where that nice little frill is so that it doesn't get knocked around too much. And I pull a knife, just a plain knife. And I face them with a smile that would curdle milk.
Okay. So I think 2 things happen. You do have Thomas off guard because you did just wing him in the face with a knife. Dylan is coming up behind you. So you either can deal with Dylan immediately or take advantage of the weakened position that Thomas is in.
Oh, okay. In my mechanical hand, I will slice the palm of my regular hand, and I will Harry Potter palm kill one of them if I can.
All right, roll skirmish because you're basically just open palm striking. It'll be Thomas because he's the one with exposed skin in the face.
Got a 5 again.
With a 5, I think you get him, but like you remember you knocked him off balance, right? So you basically just sock him in the face once really hard with basically your acid blood, and he goes toppling off of Sterling. But Dylan is going to grab you in a full Nelson from behind, and he is in a full rubber suit. There's no exposed skin. You do hear a sickening crack as your back pops for the first time in 80 years.
Oh my god, yes!
I mean, you are now restrained, so you're going to have -1 DN effect on whatever you do next.
No worries.
But before we continue with this fight, Sterling, I assume you're wrestling 1 or 2 of the death claws that Falcon Bartakamus isn't keeping busy.
Yeah. I want to try to chomp that chest apparatus that you described.
Okay. Alright, so I don't think the Stegosaurus is much of a biting dinosaur, but you have all kinds of pointy things on your body, so...
Sterling's a biting dinosaur.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, go ahead and roll skirmish, or wreck, because it's a machine, whichever one you prefer.
Best is a 4.
you chomp down on it. You're like, I am a bitey dinosaur? The Stegosaurus was not a bitey dinosaur. I'll give you a devil's bargain. You can mark 1 harm for chipped teeth, like first level harm, and break it, or just do nothing.
Yeah, I'll take harm. Level 1?
Yes.
And maybe, just maybe, that chipped tooth might still be there when I turn back human and I can have a dinosaur tooth.
If you want to aesthetically have a chipped tooth, otherwise you are going to just, if you want to, because these are spectral teeth, I'd let you make the decision for you. You're basically like, now you are entangled with this dinosaur.
Yeah.
Alright, Lizzie, so everyone's kind of getting things busy. Do you want to go focus on your parents and the hostages, or do you want to help fight these 3 Deathclaws and the 3 Ghostbusters?
I would follow my brother and sister to go find Mom and Dad, since the others have the dinosaurs in tow.
Roll finesse to dash past. I'll give you a bonus die because your party members are keeping the 3 large killing machines at bay.
I got experience. I rolled a 3 and a 1.
What happens is Ben and Jerry flank you, and one of them bashes you in the back of the head with their vacuum cleaner, and you go toppling on the ground. You're going to take a first level harm of Goose Egg. Winston, what are you and Balky Bartakimus doing?
Do I get the impression that the Deathclaws are here because of the spirit field, or will they be here regardless of the spirit field?
They will be here regardless. You're sure they're physically here. Nathan was just waiting until they summoned the spirit field to summon them because they were like... But basically he says he's done playing with you all, so this is the part where he's just having you executed by his attack dogs.
Gotcha. You know what? First I want to attune to the spirit field to see what there is for ghosts, for help around me besides my friends.
Go ahead and roll your ridiculous number of attuned dice.
6 and 3 5s and a 1.
Alright, with a 6, I think you do find some ghosts. Okay, these are not human ghosts, right? So basically you've sensed like somewhere in here there's a pit where the 3 Deathclaws are being stored. You sense the ghosts of... Roll 3d6 really quick.
4 3 1.
You sense this ghost of 8 cows.
I would like to send 8 cows into the chest of one of the Deathclaws to try to overload its heart and make it explode.
Okay. Roll a tune. I will give you... You do not get your bonus die because the tinfoil on the Deathclaw is meant to prevent it from being spectrally influenced. So you're going to roll regular tune.
3 2 1.
No, you just... It is swatting around because basically you are swarming it with flying cow ghosts. But no, you do not explode its heart.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the type of content that you will eventually pay for. Only on Blades in Paradise!
I guess Balky's gonna go for another death kick, then?
Okay, I will let your previous attune roll to find the cows of 5 go. It's like, he's still kicking its ass, right? Yeah, he's doing great. And then you hear off in the distance, like Nathan starts to speak. He's like a big echoey voice where he's about to taunt you. All right, I have you all cornered now. There's nothing you can. And then you hear like a door open. It's like, oh shit, Luigi, what do you want? This one's for not paying my mother's medical bills, you son of a bitch. And you hear like a mic fall over and crackle noise. And that's where we're ending tonight's tale.
Blades in Paradise is Paul Kinter as Master of Ceremonies, Justin Langston as Maximilian Graves, Queenie as Lizzie Calhoun, Emil Riley as Sterling Ackred, and myself, Jim Remus, as Dr. Winston Thoreau. Dommy is our editor, and Allison's our producer. You can directly support this show at patreon.com/bardrockcafe, starting at just $3 a month. We've just updated our Patreon rewards, so now is a perfect time to subscribe. Subscribers can join us on Discord, can come play games with us, and receive access to ad-free episodes and an ever-growing library of bonus content. You can support the podcast for free by sharing us on social media, by word of mouth, or by rating and subscribing on your favorite podcatcher. Lastly, you support us just by listening. Thank you for listening, dear friend.